Hey guys, I'm back again, and I know it looks like I've been wearing the same outfit for the past video and a half, but I've been wearing the same outfit, but it's been multiple days. I just am wearing the same clothes because I can. So today I'm going to attempt to make a dress, which will be the third time I've ever made a dress, and we'll see how it works. Basically, the dress that I made for the doll in the Lolita Clothes doll video is the dress I'm going to try to recreate, except a bit cuter. The fabric I'm starting with is a very pastel pink with a bunch of flower prints all over it, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough of it to do the whole dress, or if I'll only get the bodice and the ruffle out of it, or the bodice and the skirt, not the ruffle, because I'm going to probably, if I make the bodice out of this, I have to make it, double-sided because of how see-through it is. But for this, I'm going to make my pattern on this yellow construction paper. So let me just start working on that. So I'm not really using a tutorial for this. I'm just sort of going from my memory and what I kind of have an idea in my head of. So the bodice that I'm designing doesn't have any designs or anything up here, but maybe I'll add a ruffle or something later. Right now it's just a square, so it's not square, it's a rectangle. So for my front part of my bodice, I have a rectangle that's 9 inches by 12 inches, so that should be about it's gonna end up being here on me. And then for my side bodice, I have this shape, which is 12 inches by 5.5 inches by 7 inches, and so that should go about like that. It's gonna just sort of curve down like so. I was thinking about doing it a straight diagonal, but then I realized that wouldn't have enough curve for my arm because I'm picky about that. And then this is the bodice back, which is 7 inches by 9 inches because I'm building in the seam allowance to make sure that I'll have enough to put in a zipper. For all of these, I tried to build my seam allowance into the pattern, so I'm just going to cut out the pattern. The only thing that it might not have, is the height of everything, but it'll be consistently not tall enough if it is, in which case everything will be the same still. And if it's too short, it'll just have the bodice here instead of here where I want it. So having the bodice be too short's okay, as long as it's consistently too short. So now I'm going to go cut out the pieces, and we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to cut out 4 of the back piece and the side piece and 2 of the front piece because this is a see-through kind of fabric, so I need to double layer the bodice. So let's get started with that. So I wasn't really able to film at all during the making of process because other people were using the tablet or watching stuff in this room, but I made the entire dress. So basically, it's very similar to the tutorial for how to make a dress. I just didn't do it quite the same way. So the way you use the pattern that you made, cut it all out the way I said, and then basically you would connect the pieces. You would connect the front bodice with a side bodice piece on each side and a back bodice piece on each side and sew them. You're going to want to sew on the side that has the wrong sides. So you're going to sew right sides together for each of the pieces. And you're going to make 2 bodices and then do the same thing as what I said when I was basically making the doll outfit, where you just sew those together across the top and the sides. And then, yeah. So then, basically after I made the bodice part, I made a half circle skirt, and it's just a half circle skirt. I hemmed it and I measured my waist 29 inches again, and this I made 20 inches because I wanted it to be a teeny tiny bit shorter than the previous skirt. And then I made some straps which go from this pointy bit here to where I measured in the back. And then measured it while I was wearing the dress. And so it's 15 inches by 2 inches. I sewed a tube, and then the line part where it's connected is facing down. And if you bothered to iron things, which I don't, it would be really flat. Then because of how much extra I had on the top in this dress, I was able to sew the skirt up the back to here, and then I am going to possibly add buttons or some sort of connecting thingy here, and I can just wear the dress. Obviously, I'll need to hem this area and this area if they don't get stuck together. But yeah, so this was like a really fast tutorial. But yeah, the whole dress turned out really nice, and there'll be some pictures of me wearing it right after this part ends. So that wasn't a very like tutorial-y video. It was more of just a like, hey, look, I did something. And making the dress took me half as long as making the ruffle lace skirt, so I thought that was pretty cool because it took me like 3 hours to make this dress. Although I'm getting more practice, so I'm getting better at it. But like I said, I didn't really use any tutorials. Like I wasn't looking to anything when I made this. I just remembered what I'd seen and sort of did my own take on it. So I think it turned out really well, and then I'm going to attempt to do some more stuff in the future. Hey guys, so who remembers the video I did like at the beginning of the summer-ish, where I made perfume, kind of? Because I'm basically gonna just do a reprise of that video, I guess. I'm just doing it again with a different scent. But I felt like filming it, so this is how long it took me to use this up. Like 3 months, maybe? About, if I filled it up at the beginning of summer and it's the end of summer-ish now, then yeah, it took me like 3 months to use this up because this, I pretty much just use spray. I don't really use anything else. So, let's get started. I don't know how well this has worked because I'm going to see if I can mix 2 scents. So we're going to start with our distilled water. I'm not sure if this is actually distilled water because the label says distilled water, but sometimes people fill up jugs with water. So we're just going to see how this works. Oh, look, I am being buzzed. So this smells strongly of lavender because that's what was in here before. So this, whatever it is, will smell a little bit like lavender, which is fine because that was the point. So I'm going to put some water in. If I can get it to pour. There we go. There. And the bottle is like almost full with just that. So now I'm going to get my scents. It still smells really strongly of lavender. So I wanted to try mixing the original lavender scent, which I have this much left. The water, can you see the water line? And then this, which is called Fragrance Splash, and smells basically like, well, let me see if I can describe it. Like a light, vaguely fruity scent. So we're gonna start with this one, and I'm gonna just pour the whole thing in because I feel like it also, it's like lightly tinted blue. So we'll see if it changes the color. As you can see, it doesn't look like it's changed the color of the entire thing much, but that's because there's an orange sort of paper on here, and at the top, if you look down from the top, it's sort of a bluish white foam color on the top. So it still smells, it smells like mostly like this and a little bit like lavender. I'm gonna put a little bit of the lavender in and then add some more water, and that's gonna be my next fragrance that I wear for 3 months. So yeah, let's just do a little poury thing. There we go. And I have no idea what chemicals are in any of these things, so if there's a like reaction and my skin melts off, I guess you'll find out about that in the next video. But yeah, so a bit more water, trying not to spill in my carpet because this bucket's a bit more full. There. That's a good amount. smells very weird scented. It smells a bit more of lavender. As you can see, the liquid inside of here is a white, kind of opaque color. And I'm gonna just shake it up to get everything inside here mixed. And now I have a cool empty bottle that I can put stuff in if I feel like it. So that's nice. There, it's all shaken up now. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a spray. Yeah, right now it smells like very strongly of lavender but like not like pure lavender. It smells like lavender with something in it, which is what it is. So if my skin melts off, you'll be the first to know. Actually, the paramedics will be the first to know because they'll call 911. But yeah, so I'll tack it on at the end of something else because it's so short. But I hope you guys enjoyed whatever was before it and then this segment of the video, and have a great day. Bye!